All right, all right, all right. It seems like we have a cat fight. We have another cat fight. Now, Drake went after Maul's co-host. Now it seems like Drake is going after Charlamagne's co-host for quote unquote switching sides. So now he's planning on getting revenge on all the women who said something about him in the past who are now liking his album. So I guess he has a point to prove by doing that. Once a lame, always a lame.
Boy, here we go, you guys. Jess hilarious. Welcome to the Summer Jam screen. Now, with each passing day, we're seeing a lot of people change their minds, opinions, and thoughts about Drake's new album, Some Sexy Songs for You. Initially, people were not rocking with it. A lot of people came out with some very harsh opinions about the album. Now, some people still do not like the album, but for other people, some of the songs on the album are starting to grow on them. For me, I thought it was a decent album. The only two songs that really stood out for me was Meet Your Padre and Give Me a Hug. But not gonna lie to you guys, lately, I've been rocking with Nokia, and that's okay. That's what music does. I'm sure you guys right now have a lot of favorite songs that initially you just went rocking with, but as time goes on, you start to hear the record a lot. Maybe you guys can call it programming. Maybe it's just getting used to the song and the sound. But for Drake, if you got a different opinion, if you dare change your mind, he's going to call you out and make you look like a hypocrite. Now, just like he did with the Maris from Rory and Mal podcast, Drake has given Jess Hilarious the same treatment. Drake just posted a video exposing Jess Hilarious being a hypocrite. Initially, when the album dropped, she wasn't rocking with it, but then a couple days later, her opinion on it changed. Here's the video.
Even hit like old Drake. What are you talking about?
No, y'all gotta listen to this in whole from start to finish.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yesterday was my birthday. The last thing I was thinking about was Drake.
I do like the album that he just dropped. Remember, I was saying that we ain't, you did. You told me.
I told you, and I told you Nokia was the one.
Cool. And he's getting back to the women music. Like, you remember he used to make music strictly for women, and this what that was.
Now that's not really exposing. She said that she didn't listen to it. So she didn't really give an opinion. She said, no, I haven't listened to it yet. So when she actually listened to it, she said, all right, it's not as bad. How is that exposing? How is that exposing her? Golly, boy, this dude is pathetic.
Obviously, if you're Drake, this is what you live for. Some of your biggest haters and people that criticize you for seemingly no reason, basically having to backpedal and walk back their criticisms. These are the moments that you live for. Now, I don't know if this Jess Hilarious clip was taken out of context like the Maris was, but if you're Jess Hilarious, you gotta know that you have to listen to an album before giving your opinion on it. Don't just go by what social media says. You gotta actually do the due diligence yourself. But I'ma still give her props for coming in and correcting herself. A lot of people would have just doubled down if they really did not like Drake. Jess could have came in the next day and said, nah, that shit is still ass, and I'm still not rocking with it. Now, for anybody out there wondering, this wasn't random. Charlamagne, Jess Hilarious, and The Breakfast Club recently spoke on Drake's Instagram caption yesterday, where some of them had some jokes about his caption.
Give us some violence. Go ahead.
Clarity, not charity. Dang, the violence ain't coming in. That answers some questions, especially about the unanswered text you've been sending me. And he has an emoji. So I don't know if this is like a song situation or if this is just
How he
he's
really
talking to
feels.
somebody. I don't know, but the people took this and ran with it. They trying to decode it because he has photos of like him and one of his homeboys, Baca, and then on Baca's page, the caption says loyalty. Then he put in the video of him at the club gambling by himself, listening to Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. So people are like, this is Drake saying he's coming back out fighting on his own, but only the people that were loyal to him. I don't know, y'all. This could be a bunch of nothing, and I'm just in here talking.
Okay, Drake, all you did was lose a rap battle, man. Like, that was all it was. Nobody has handled losing a rap battle worse than Drake, but that's all it was at the end of the day, was a rap battle. You're still rich, people still check up your music, you're alive, your child is healthy, your friends are healthy, your family's healthy. Who cares?
And he told us, I'm very much alive, y'all. Like he said that. Even I said that. He had a smoke machine alive under his hoodie.
Oh my God.
I keep hearing he's working on his solo rap album, which should be coming out soon, hopefully.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited to hear that. I feel like he got a lot to talk about.
And honestly, I do like the album that he just dropped. Remember, I was saying that we ain't, you did. You told me this.
I told you, and I told you Nokia was the one.
And he's getting back to the women music. Like, you remember he used to make music strictly for women, and this what that was.
Don't drink and drive.
He really don't have a lot to talk about, especially if all you're going to talk about is the aftermath of losing a rap battle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And if you're still going to be taking subtle shots at Kendrick, you should have put all of that in the music, and you shouldn't have ended it at the Hard Part 6.
I think he should give you a song.
Man.
I think he's going to talk about everything that went on, how he feels after that, people that switch sides.
You going to talk about suing? You going to talk about filing lawsuits?
I'm sure he probably talk about that as well. You want all that in the music.
Well, in the swipe through, he has a photo of Daniel Day-Lewis from when he was in a Phantom Thread, and he plays a character, Ronald Woodcock, who is a high fashion designer who loves order. So he's all about order, non-confrontation. So maybe this is Woosah Drake.
Nobody want to be about confrontation after you lose. You ever seen that dude that's super tough, so they get beat up, and now they don't want to fight no more? They're Muslim now. No more dope gangs. He was all about the confrontation until you get beat up.
But maybe he'll be talking about that as well. He'll be talking about his feelings for it. You always talk about people should talk about their feelings in the music and talk about the things sort of mind in the music. That's what he's going to talk about.
He also got a photo in here, but I think you call it Zofran. My mind used to take those. It's like nausea medicine. It's used after surgery or like after cancer treatment. Yeah. And I'm like, is this because he feel like he gonna make people sick?
Hey.
All you did was lose
right.
a rap battle,
Okay.
You just lost a rap battle.
You better read that hip hop girl.
Period.
You're not excited about
You got to
the
take
album?
medication because you lost a rap battle?
So now if you're Charlamagne, do you now go on the airwaves and double down and defend your co-host from Drake? Or do you call it fair play because Jess simply did not listen to the album initially when it dropped before she offered up her opinion on this album? You guys get in the comments.
So now I guess Charlamagne gonna be in the same position as Maul did. Now, when Maul had a similar situation with his co-host, he was defending Drake, of course, OV whole mall, and there was a little tense little, back and forth when Maul was having a conversation with his co-host, and his co-host wasn't playing that. It was like, nah, man, I'm standing on business over here, blah 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 blah. So it got kind of heated, it got kind of tense, got a little spicy between the argument between the Maul and his co-host. So now it seems like Charlamagne might be caught in that same predicament, because now Drake is taking weak ass shots. Like, this is really like nothing to me. Like, what is this supposed to prove? She said she didn't really listen to it because it was her birthday, so she's like, I'll listen to it later. And then when she listened to it, she was like, all right, it's cool. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, how is this exposing her? I don't really get it.
Opinion on its change. Here's the video.
Even hit like old Drake. What are you talking about?
No, y'all gotta listen to this in whole from start to finish. Did you listen to it?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yesterday was my birthday. Last thing I was thinking about was Drake.
I do like the album that he just dropped. Remember, I was saying that we ain't, you did. You told me this
I
story.
told you, and I told you no kid was
It is
the
cool.
one.
And he's getting back to the woman music. Like, you remember he used to make music strictly for women, and this what that was.
Now, obviously,
I mean, I don't see the big deal in that, but once again, petty ass, feminine ass Drake, now he gonna start attacking every single woman that says something about him, instead of just focusing on your ass whooping with Kendrick. Since you can't beat Kendrick, you want to go after these women, right? So, I mean, it's really too much nothing. It's just Drake being lame as hell. So I don't respect it. What are you trying to prove? I don't know. I don't get it. But I'm sure I see that Jess did a reaction to it, so I'm going to react to that after this. All right. So this is Drake being a lame, in my opinion, trying to call out, I mean, which in all honesty, he has the right to call out people who said, his album was trash and then end up liking it. I get it. I ain't mad at that, but bro, let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? You got bigger fish to fry than worry about, radio personalities. You got to worry about Kendrick. You got Kendrick to worry about. All right. But other than that, y'all leave a comment down below. How do y'all feel? Do you think Drake is in the right for taking shots at people who are taking shots at him? Or do you think Drake is a lame for even entertaining this? Y'all leave a comment down below. It's your boy, DMD, signing out.